Ah, bitte.
All right, welcome to our cast of a series between MMA and ND. We're starting the replay right now, and my co-caster is Zenz.
Hello and welcome to Heroes of the Storm. On the left side, we have the blue team, MMA, having Rainer, Rhaegar, ETC, Leroic, and Deathwing. And on the right side, we have the red team, ND, with Anduin, DVA, Tychus, Johanna, and Keltas. Nodi, what do you think about that team composition?
I think it's a pretty standard meta currently, and so I will expect a fair fight between these two teams. Both choose pretty wild, pretty normal composition, I mean, and we will have our first engagement in the middle right away.
The first tea party starting in the middle. And we have Tychus against Deathwing, which is always a bad situation for the Deathwing.
ETC got a little bit denied, and Deathwing got very good stunts at the start. But right now it's a little bit of an inconclusive fight, but the red team ND took a lot of damage for now.
The DVA already started going up and collecting some XP, which means that the tea party in the middle is already stopped or coming to an early end. As you can see, there are four players now going to the bottom lane, trying to get
Four players
Rhaegar.
trying to gank at the bottom, and they succeed in killing
blood.
Rhaegar. First blood goes to the red team, and so they have a huge advantage in experience. What do you say about this?
Well, they have the first level yeah. Advantages. Oh my god, sorry. They
The
have
red team is
first
taking
level.
the camps right now in the middle of the map. On their side, they could have taken the camp on the other side, but it seems they're sending out the kill team right now, but they don't find any contact with the blue team, so they stay in the bottom lane. Blue team, on the other hand, is getting their own camps right now, and we have a little bit of a skirmish in the in the top of the map between DVA and Lyric. Both uh, actually a pretty
So
boring fight. Let's go
the
back to the
red
main
team
one.
was a little bit too late in order to get the camp, or steal the camp, I would say. But it was a nice try to steal it at least. It's not
The
like
kill
every
team is
player has
coming
his
to the
own camp.
middle, and they have ETC in their sights, but as usual for him, he gets away. But right now I like the strategic idea of the red team pretty much, because they're actually trying to have the kill team on the map, and they exert pressure on the blue team. But the blue team, on the other hand, is well spread out and is gaining XP back right now. They're
Yeah,
actually the lead.
They have an advantage in XP right now. They have a little bit over half bar. Don't know if they can really take advantage of that or not. All
Oh,
I know is that EDC lived to have another day and sing a song about his nearly departure from
yes,
from the
but
map.
a huge advantage goes to the red team right now. They got the camp at the bottom right before the shrines are activating, so I think that can be a huge deal if Deathwing is not able to kill the camp in time and gets delayed going up. And he also has
Putting
only two armor plates right now, so he will be delayed in the upcoming fight for the shrine, right?
Yeah, putting active pressure on the map while leaving to get the shrine is always a good idea. But remember, Deathwing can just fly away, get his shields back up, and drop right into the enemy's hand.
That's a good point.
So
And as we speak, Red got the next camp and is pushing top again with a camp, and here comes Deathwing to the fight, and we have a skirmish around the shrine. Everyone is gathering and is trying to kill each other. DVA, huge hits from Deathwing on DVA, and she's trying to explode everyone.
yeah, Deathwing was trying to get some fire lighting up in order to get the whatever going on, roasting his own marshmallows or whatever. But DVA took a little deep dive, had to destroy his own suit, get back right up.
Reyna is able to get good damage on the enemy team right now, but gets focused at the moment and has to run away with huge damage. And we have an Arcane Punisher. Those beasts are quite dangerous to engage. The lances always making huge advantage to the opposing team. And we have a good pull from ETC to the tower, so the Punisher is alone and defenseless and can be taken down quite easily.
But as you can see, blue team already spread out all over the map in order to get the XP. And yeah, the Punisher pretty much died right away. He stood a chance.
Yeah, they only
those.
took down 2 cannon towers with it and got a little bit of a XP boost from that. But seeing as blue was able to spread out quite early on in the Punisher run, they are actually ahead in a level.
But as you can see, Team Red Nexus Drunking is pretty active by getting all the camps that they can. But as you can see, the blue team already got his camp up as well. So they have a camp meeting in the middle, talking about last summer what they did. And it's over. The blue team's camp is already dead.
And Red is seeking out the enemy as well. Their strategy overall seems to be that they're more keen on trying to kill players and push with camps instead of just gaining experience. But blue is coming to the rescue to the bottom table and is trying to get down Tychus, who is able to get away.
Yeah, but as you can see, Tychus has already a swimsuit on, so the heat from Deathwing can't really hurt him, I would say.
Especially
And
the sunglasses will help him, yeah. With a
yeah.
very bright future indeed. And now the battle ensues over the bottom camp. Tychus, Johanna and Anduin will take it. Not much for Deathwing to do. His mates will be fighting in the middle lane instead, trying to push. But I would say right now the odds for both teams are pretty evenly split. However, Red is ahead by 2 towers. So what do you think about this?
Well, if you see there, blue is already level 10 or close to level 10. Oh, red has level 10 first. Let's see if they try to pick the team fight and push the advantage, but no, they're both level 10. Yes, so it is a pretty even game until this point, I would say. They already got the top gate and almost the towers down, and for the blue team the towers in the middle are down. So I would say, yeah, it's an even game all about now.
And don't forget Leoric pushing at the top. He got a tower there on his own, was able to push there quite alone, and we have the shrine coming up at the top right away. But currently the red team is pushing bottom quite heavily. Are they trying to pin down Deathwing at the bottom lane, so he will always be late to the fight?
Well, you could say that, but as you can see, they are starting right now to rotate up, and then this time Deathwing would be already able to fly away and drop there in time. I would say this.
Oh, Leoric gets caught out of position and is about to die here, and they got him. That was a very bad play of Leoric. He was caught off guard in the middle of the map, no friends in sight, and he died a miserable death. But I think they will recuperate before the shrine is actually used. Right now it's active, but no one's pushing the objective right now.
I mean, Leorically technical is a Skeleton King, so dying as an undead being isn't that heavy, I would say.
He should be used to it, that's right.
Yeah.
Good point there. Oh, we have a huge engage at the shrine, and everyone is throwing down their ultis, and we can talk about the picks a little bit later, yeah. But right now
Leoric passed. I would say he didn't quite manage to get all in the cage, but the ATC ulti was pretty nice, almost get everybody, and as you can see, they had killed 2 people from red team. Yep. Now they are
and
trying
even
to
Rainer,
get the
who
shrine.
was very low on health, was able to be saved by Rhaegar, so very good play on their part. They managed to stay alive and kill 2, and it should be a pretty safe pick to get the Frozen Punisher. The red team abandons the post completely and is in the middle of the map. I'm not quite sure what this strategic move is and how I think about it, but they're taking a safe path back to the top.
And a pretty smart move from Leoric here, pushing in the bottom lane where everybody else is in the top lane in order to support the Punisher. Which means that if everything goes right, they can push bottom and top at the same time. And as you can see, Lyric is rotating in the middle in order to push the middle lane as well. So he's trying to get the creeps as good as he can in order to put some pressure on the towers.
They're working up the XP advantage. They're getting a level ahead right now, and this is basically in for the long run. But all the ultis are setting down, and Rega gets killed, and Reina gets away. Great
super
ulti.
nice
Wow.
ETC ult.
UltiC.
UltiC.
UltiC,
He got
yes.
everybody. He got everybody, but no one is dealing damage. That is
But
a tragedy.
Keltas and Reina die. Tyke is very low, has to use his ulti, and Deathwing probably able to get away. ETC is almost at full health. But Leoric pushing and pushing. He retains this level advantage, and that's key to the success of their push right now. They used the Arcane Punisher basically to substitute a player, if I'm correct. They played 4 players and the Arcane Punisher against 5 players of the red team.
That's right, and as you know, Deathwing is pretty old, so I'm pretty sure that the song Stay Alive was heavily inspired by Deathwing.
If not written by him, although it would be pretty hard to hold a pen with his hands.
But I'm pretty sure he's used to that by now. It's not his first year. But yeah,
he had a lot of time to practice, you mean, that's right.
Yeah.
We have the red taking the camp, and Johanna getting caught out of position. And I was
a nice save from Android.
Yeah, I was about to say Johanna's dead, but she could get away. But Reina is in the danger zone right now.
He was far in the danger zone.
he
and
got
a nice
obliterated.
UltiC.
UltiC again right strikes back. But he could only save his friends with the ulti, and he sacrificed himself for it. And gone is the experience advantage. Now it's level 15 to 15 with no huge benefits to either side. Blue still ahead by a fort, but this leading edge is quite thin.
Well, I would say EDC is not giving any autographs after that song. I would say he's chilling back in the base.
That's definitely true.
Probably for 30 more seconds.
And
red team, as you can see, getting the top count as well. So, which means they should pretty easily keeping or getting pressure on the top lane while Deathwing is still there.
I agree. It was a great move to steal the blue camp and have pressure put on them. And they are even stealing the blue siege camp on their side and safely secure their own camp afterwards.
Yeah. And while the shrine is going up. See, the shrine is going up and they have pressure all over the map. So Team Blue is not really sure where to go. They are in a lot of deep shiat right now.
Yeah, Red is getting all the camps. No possible way for Blue to recuperate, and they will have to defend the shrine heavily. Otherwise, they will get pushed on all fronts at the same time.
They probably need the camp right now in order to level out a little bit of the game. Because it seems like Team Red is going ahead by a par, shipping away to Team Blue. As you see, the next engagement, Tychus is already putting up his suit, getting late to the party. Deathwing storming in. Johanna is trying to dance with 4 people at the same time.
Johanna was pulling a lot of focus of the blue team, and so they focused heavily on the tank and couldn't really damage Johanna that much. And in the end, blue team took more damage than they were able to put out. Right now, Red is at a slight advantage. Ultimates have been used up by blue as well, most of them. And so we will see Red try to pressure further with the...
We still have an ETC ult, there it is.
Only 4 creeps for blue. If they manage to get it, even if they lose the fight, and they get the Mortar Punisher.
Oh god,
great
Tychus
play.
is so low. Oh, Tychus
and Johanna was... Oh, Johanna is still in the red. Oh, and got saved by Endwin. Very well done. Keltas dies.
That was it for Keltas.
But
Keltas was kicked out of the frame pretty much. The Punisher saw Keltas and kicked him out of his frame.
Yeah, the blue team was very able to capitalize on their win there. But to be fair, the red team managed to only have 2 people die. It's for a moment it looked like the entire team was about to die. So great point there.
But
great
you have
pull
to say
of the Punisher.
That the bottom camp, the siege camp from the red team, pretty much pushed all the way down the lane, and the tower still has, I don't know, an eighth of the HP left.
Yes,
So yeah,
but
pretty
they're
good.
getting pushed very heavily in the mid lane right now. The Punisher is still alive, and they managed to get a fort. So the middle lane now will have constant pressure put on by the catapults, and we will see the red team constantly having to defend that. But your point, very well observed, that the siege camp in the bottom lane pushed the fort of blue team almost to death, and it will in the later stages of the game prove to be quite useful to just go there and kill that fort off, which looks like they are about to do right now. They're not even waiting for a creep wave, so they just tank it themselves, take down the fort, and secure that lane for a little bit longer. But Deathwing engages with his ultimate, but ultimately just scares them away.
It's an amazing save of the fountain. As you can see, the fountain has like 2 or 3 HP. It was in dire need of help. Deathwing charged in, everybody was up.
Yeah, the poor fountain was defenseless, and they defended it very well.
Maybe it's a wishing fountain, you never know. They drop a coin in, and their wish is to win the game. Let's see if the fountain
Just a question
really is
for
a
which
wishing
team
fountain.
right now.
Yeah, whoever put the coin in. I mean, Tigers really pretty much pulled some coins in, I would say. And
DVA very aggressively going after the blue team, pushing them away, able to save that fort for a little bit longer, but looking at the health of the fort, it will fall shortly. But right now the team engagements are a little bit defensive in nature for both teams, and so they split up without any casualties on either side. And the fort still stands with a mighty 188 HP. Incredible. Both teams taking their camps now.
As you can see at the talents, Deathwing is a full-ranged hero with the talents that he picked. He pretty much just powered his Q up in order to get the healthy flame stream up. If ATC is ever able to get the people dancing in one place, he is sure to fire him up.
Yeah,
that is corner there.
That is true. The red team now only moving about as one team as they should do at this stage of the game. Blue team doing the same, ready to meet them in the middle. Red team is splitting up a little bit here, but DVA is quite fast on their robotic feet, but is in danger of falling to the kill team of blue. If they manage to find her in the shadow, and they got her, and DVA has to go away. Now blue team top lane gets the kill on DVA pretty securely, uses up some ultis, and so red a little bit in a disadvantage.
Yeah, they put that in the cage and fired it up, so that was way too much damage for DVA to just escape or just hoping for anything else. Team Red was way too late for that rescue, and they have an advantage over the Shrine with 4 players with 5.
I didn't like the tactical engagement of DVA at the top lane. Should have been staying together for this duration, and now the fight for the Shrine will be very difficult for the red team. Keltas puts out his ulti, and ulti is doing a lot of damage, but vanishes quite quickly as well.
Level 20 talents here, hurting Deathwing a lot. Johanna's ulti is very hard on Deathwing in level stage fatal level.
Johanna got died, so the front line of the red team collapsed even more. And right now they have 2 people dead, soon to be 3. Even though DVA is respawning right now, heavy disadvantage for the red team.
As you can see, Team Blue is trying to pin the people in one place so Deathwing can finish them off. That's pretty much the point with Loyoric having the cage ult and ETC having stance up.
I agree, it was quite well timed out for the team play, and so they capitalize on the very strong flame attack of Deathwing. Currently the core is quite a danger, and with the Punisher still at half health, it is likely that they will manage to close out the game in a quite evenly matched but ultimately one-sided game. in the end.
Yeah, it was pretty much just a mistake from DVA getting caught so late in the game single-handedly, which means that they had the advantage over the Shrine, which ultimately, as you can see, followed up with the Arcane Punisher pushing down the lane, finishing the core.
Yeah, the tactical error caused the red team to falter at the late stage of this game. But well done to both teams. Congratulations to the blue team for winning. And we will see you in the next
Yeah.
game of this series.
Game number 1 goes to Team Blue MMA. Let's find out how the series will end or continue.